Most outdoor speakers end up sounding like a tin can rattling in the wind, but Yamaha took a different approach with these. When you first pull them out of the box, they feel surprisingly dense. There is a solid, reassuring weight to them that you just don't get with those cheap plastic alternatives that usually clutter up patio furniture. The white finish is clean and understated, which is a nice touch because nobody wants a giant, ugly eyesore hanging off their siding. The powder-coated grills are the real hero here, though. They feel like they could take a direct hit from a sprinkler system or a stray baseball without even flinching, which is exactly what you want when you are leaving gear out in the elements. Now here is the thing about the sound. It is a two-way bass reflex design, and for a speaker this size, it actually manages to push a decent amount of air. You are getting 60 watts of output, which is plenty to fill a backyard or a deck without having to crank your receiver into the red zone. The frequency response hits down to 60 Hz, so you get a bit of warmth in the low end that keeps the music from sounding thin or shrill. It is not going to rattle your neighbor's windows with sub-bass, but for an outdoor setting, it hits that sweet spot where the vocals are crisp and the rhythm section actually has some presence. Installation is pretty straightforward. The brackets they include are flexible enough that you can tuck these into a corner or mount them flat against a wall, and they stay put once you tighten them down. It is a simple, no-nonsense mounting system that doesn't require an engineering degree to figure out. One thing to keep in mind, though, is the connectivity. These use RCA-style connections, which is fine for most setups, but it does mean you are going to be running speaker wire from your amp. It is not a wireless solution, so you will need to plan your cable runs carefully if you want a clean look. Honestly, the biggest limitation is that warranty fine print. You really have to make sure you are buying from an authorized dealer, or you are essentially flying solo if something goes wrong. It is a bit of a headache, but that is just how the industry works these days. Also, while they handle the weather like champs, they are still speakers, not submarines. If you live in a place that gets buried under 3 feet of snow every winter, it is probably a good idea to bring them inside for the season just to be safe. What stands out is that these don't try to be anything they aren't. They are built to survive the outdoors and deliver clear, reliable sound without a lot of fuss. They aren't the loudest or the flashiest speakers on the market, but they are consistent. If you're tired of replacing cheap outdoor gear every single summer, these are a solid step up. They just work, they sound good, and they look like they belong on a house rather than a construction site. For anyone looking to get some decent music outside without overcomplicating their life, these are a pretty smart pick.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.